YouTube, thank you for joining. Give me another couple of minutes as I set us all up. I got the TikTok stream going, but give me a second, okay? Thank you. Thank you. What's funny is if another country did what the U.S. is doing, we have them overthrown already. Exactly! That is the irony of all this, bro. Where is all that energy that we have for Qatar? Huh? Where is all that anti-Qatar hate? Not that I'm being paid by Qatar at all. Trust me, if I was being paid by Qatar, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Let's just be completely honest, right? Sending love from Ted from Houston. Dale. Let's just be honest. If Qatar was paying me to give him some propaganda, bro, I would not be doing this much work. All right? Let's just be completely honest. All right? Let's be honest. But where is all that anti-Qatar hate for the U.S. now? Where is it? Yeah, and that too. I'm not even going to mention that because I don't want this live to get banned. Where is all of that anti-Qatar hate? Oh my God, they're doing all this bad stuff to immigrants. Oh my God, civil rights. Oh my God, this. And now we are doing it right here in the United States. YouTube, I promise I'm going to come on live in 2 seconds. My bad. I'm trying to get... Where's some the monetization stuff? All right, it's not on. All right, you know what? I'm going to go live. Here we go. Let's make sure we got the right screens going because we got a bunch of things to talk about. All right, I had a bunch of good things to talk about, and then friggin' Miami had to ruin it. Of course, Miami had to ruin it. Dímelo, mi gente! I'm back from all my travels. Yo. De Colombia fui a Barranquilla para ver la Sele en casa. I went to Monterrey at the invitation of the Monterrey World Cup host committee. Let me tell you right now, Monterrey is ready. It is the most ready World Cup host city that we got. Monterrey is ready. Their stadium, they're just installing the pitch. That thing's gonna be ready in 7 weeks. But they got, I got so many notes and I forgot to pull it up. Actually, I can pull it up on my laptop. Here we go. Mi gente, Monterrey is ready. Monterrey is ready. All right. Let's start this live. Thank you for joining me here today. Travel football fan here. I'm helping fans save money and travel the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Please make sure that you're following me across all socials. Please make sure that you like the YouTube live stream. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. We're about to hit the monetization goals, folks. We're about to hit it. All right, what's the live about? Bro, about everything, okay? I just came back from Barranquilla and Monterrey. We could talk about Monterrey. We could talk about La Pinche Migra over there screwing up everything in Miami right now. Look, unfortunately, I wish I could share all the information that I have, but I can't. But let me tell you this, folks. It is not going to be a good time down there in Miami for the Club World Cup. You probably saw that the Miami-Dade County mayor had her boat stopped by the Coast Guard, and an ICE agent came on the boat and demanded everyone to show their papers, bro. They demanded everyone to show their papers. The mayor of Miami-Dade County, and apparently also the mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, ese gran tremendo buns of a mayor that we have. They made all of these politicians show their papers. Members of Telemundo and members of FIFA. That's why and I just published this video, I think it was yesterday. The fact that the Miami-Dade County Mayor, Danielle Levine Cava, said this is troubling and that this might put a bad image on Miami. Now she gives a flying F. Now she cares that ICE is going to potentially ruin Miami's view of the world. Even though literally 10 hours before, she was like, nah, it's not going to be a big deal. I don't delve into matters of immigration. That's the federal government. She said that shit 10 hours before. Danielle Levine Cava, Miami-Dade County Mayor. In the morning, que no soy la policía, no me estoy preocupando de eso, not my problem. Then her boat gets stopped and gets asked to show her papers. All this is troubling. Oh, esto va a ser una vaina. So this is really a warning in many ways. And if you are at FIFA, I know FIFA watches my content. I know that the host cities must be watching my content. Scroll through my comments in my most recent videos It is all boycotts. I am not asking for the boycott of this tournament. Maybe Club World Cup because it's just been buns the way it's been organized. It's been terrible. But for the World Cup, I have a vested financial interest that the World Cup happens here in the United States. I've been doing this content for almost 4 years. So yes, I want the World Cup to still happen in the United States. But you are failing to understand that if you do not stand up for the communities under attack by ICE right now, that community is A, going to be probably all be deported, primero que todo, but second, they're not going to come out and support this World Cup. I think there's a reason, folks. If you go and look at all of the World Cup launch parties that happened yesterday across the United States, which ones were open to the public? Which ones? Because Miami's wasn't. Philadelphia didn't seem more like a press conference. Which World Cup launch parties were open to the public in the United States? Because the one in Monterrey, they were asking me to stay. They wanted me to record the public gathering that they were going to have in Monterrey at Parque Fundidora. And people showed up at that one. I'm going to get to that question about how my experience with coming in through the United States twice was. I'm going to get to it in a minute, but thank you for the question. Remind me in a bit. But none of the World Cup launch parties that were hosted in the United States were open to the public. Mexico's, o at least Monterrey's, papá, tenían fiesta, tenían parranda, créate los Grupo Frontera, pero, you know, I'm not, I was invited, I'm not, we all know who Grupo Frontera, yo, they got some sins to make up for. Pero tenían la parranda that they wanted me to stay an extra night. Quédate, compa, quédate, travel. And I was like, nah, I gotta go back home. I gotta make it back home, man. I've been away a week. Pero tenían fiesta lista, mi gente. Monterrey está listo para el Mundial. Olvídase de eso. Don't talk to me que Mexico doesn't have the stadiums, that Mexico doesn't have the infrastructure. Mira, que tienen problemas, they have problems. And I know we got some things to talk about. I know Monterrey, for example, the airport looks a little small, so I'm wondering how they're going to manage that crowd. Mixed reviews about traveling on road to Monterrey. Their metro lines, it's going to be a close run thing to finish them. So there's still some things, some things that Monterrey does have to fix, and they do have to answer those questions. Pero en términos de lo que están diciendo ustedes, the Mexican hospitality, la parranda, la gente, la vibra, bro, fantastic. Fantastic. Pero el estadio está bien. They're literally setting up the grass, and that's it. That stadium is ready to go. 53,000 seat stadium. Hold on, I got some notes over here from my stadium visit, from my site visit of the stadium. All right, 53,000 seat stadium at Estadio BBVA, Monterrey. They're going to take 7 weeks to construct the pitch, which I think they're already done with week 1. Okay? In order to get there, you need to go on Línea Uno. Okay, and I'm going to create a separate video on this for Monterrey specifically, so that way I give Monterrey their props on this. It's going to be about a 20-minute walk from the metro to the stadium. La Línea 6 it's the line that is going to take you from the airport to the Zona Hotelera. So you're going to have to take the line 6, go to the Zona Hotelera, and then grab the line 1 afterwards. But it's within walking distance. Okay, so that's the notes I took about the stadium. I got so many other notes that I need to basically spill, man. But that fan festival at Parque Fundidora, they're aiming to make the largest fan festival of the entire World Cup. Monterrey is going to aim to host the largest fan festival of this World Cup. Not New York, not LA, not any damn city in the United States. If you're watching this from one of the 11 other host cities, you want to challenge that claim, you got to invite me to come through. Because what Monterrey is planning is for 2 million people. 2 million! 2 million people to go through Parque Fundidora. for all 39 days of the World Cup next summer. And yes, Mexico City is going to have it at the Zócalo. But from what I'm hearing, is that Monterrey is going to outdo Zócalo. How come Mexico isn't playing in Monterrey? I don't have the details about that. But Monterrey is going to be hosting 2 games of Group F, which means one of those games will be a top 9 team that's playing in Monterrey. So it could be a France, it could be a Germany, it could be England, it could be Portugal, it could be Belgium, it could be Spain. A top 9 team will play in Monterrey in the group stage. So you're at least assured that in Monterrey. When's the draw? First week of December, more than likely Vegas. More than likely Vegas. Argentina también puede jugar en Monterrey, correct. De pronto que Argentina juegue en Monterrey, correct. I am saying to spend all your money in Mexico, yes. If you don't want to support what's going on right now with this, and I totally get it, vaya pa Mexico, vaya pa Canadá, bro. Especially if you're coming from abroad. Si vas a venir del extranjero, bro, just go to Mexico y Canada, bro. No jode con los Estados Unidos, bro. Because the immigration situation right now is so shitty that we're having ICE agents at the Club World Cup. Now, I think it's important for me to rephrase because I think some people got this confused. When I was talking about ICE being present at these games as kind of like they've always been there, it's because they've always been there. Okay? Super Bowls, any other event that is considered a national security level 1 type of event that has the interests of the United States in hand, all federal agencies are involved in the security of that event. So ICE has always been at the Super Bowl, has always been at top tier events hosted here in the United States that has an implication for national security. They've always done it. Okay? Oh my goodness, why is the chat not available? There we go. Oh, my bad. Hey, yo, YouTube, my bad. I didn't notice the chat was down. Laura, I'm going to get to your questions. All right, Morris, thank you for coming from TikTok. Folks, again, I'm live streaming on YouTube. It's a little bit easier for me to do it, but I just going to give some love to TikTok right now. Okay? So, ICE has always been at these events, but they've always been kind of the background because, por ejemplo, imagine if something was to happen to someone, to someone really important. Was ICE at the Copa America final? No, because I don't think Copa America was considered a level 1 event. Again, it has to be a level 1 national security event. Okay? That's where ICE is. So basically, Super Bowls, they're there. If something was to happen to you know who, everybody in the national security apparatus is activated. Okay? So that's why I didn't really give it too much thought. But then those malditos took out that post, right? And they're like, oh, we're going to be ready to check IDs and stuff. Like, whoa! You've never done that. Which, of course, begs the question, who is going to do that? How, are they even trained to tell the difference between a visa, a passport, or anything? Are these just Proud Boys goons? Like, who is doing all this? Because we know they don't have enough people to be checking everyone's IDs at the stadiums. We know that. So that means they're bringing goons. Yeah, they're going to have boots on the ground. Yeah, who? Who are those boots on the ground? That's the accountability that's lacking about all this with ICE at the Club World Cup tomorrow. Do I think people are not going to go because of that? Yes, completely. Miami, a third of the city's non-citizen. A third of the city's non-citizen. Did they say Copa America was level 1? I didn't see Copa America being considered level 1. I might be wrong on that, and I'm happy to be corrected on that. But again, they weren't checking the docs, and of course, the way that the security situation broke down, really puts us in a bad spot, right? But, man. But now Danielle Levine Cava cares because, oh shit, her boat got checked by ICE. Telemundo ended that party. So we don't even know who were the people of Telemundo that were on that boat. We know that it was Danielle Levine Cava, mayor of Miami-Dade County, and we know it was the mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez. But we don't know who were the other VIPs on that boat. And that would be the story that if any of y'all in Miami know who was on that damn boat, DM me. I'll keep you anonymous. All right? And we will go from there, because that will be the story. Because if they're not speaking out today or before this game starts tomorrow against ICE, then they're complicit in all this. It's as simple as that, folks. So by this September is the World Cup draw. No, World Cup draw is December, folks. World Cup draw is December. All right. Let's talk about Monterrey in a bit. Laura, I would say this. Hay una zona hotelera. There's a hotel zone in Monterrey. I stayed at a convention center because I was there for the World Football Summit. So I didn't get to fully explore Monterrey in that regard. Okay. Is it going to be hopefully easy for fans coming from the airport straight to the hotelera zone? Yes, at least if they complete that Línea 6, that line number 6 metro from the airport to that hotel zone in Monterrey. They told me it was a little bit further. Is it west? I think it's a little bit further west. But you want to look up at the hotel zone of Monterrey, which might put you about 30 minutes away from the stadium. It's not bad at all. Okay. But yeah, overall, my trip to Mexico, folks, was fantastic, bro. Like, Mexico, bro, Monterrey's ready, bro. Get Monterrey 3 more games. Like, they can handle it. They can handle it. No problem. In my honest opinion, it might be because of the vibes that I got, but Monterrey got it, man. They got it. If Isaiah's going to be there, does that mean that my dad can't go? Bro, if your dad does not have proper documentation, do not bring your dad to the game, bro. Like, why would you risk it, man? It is not worth it, bro. Every country removes non-citizens for disorderly conduct at stadiums. That is correct. That is correct. So that's the other thing I want to talk about. That if you're going to go to these games, bro, do not get drunk. Do not get route. Do not put yourself in a situation that you're going to be seeing ICE officials taking you out and possibly just straight up deporting you, regardless maybe if you're a citizen. Do not put yourself in a compromising position to let these authorities basically kick you out. How was my re-entry to the U.S.? Funny enough, nothing happened. They didn't check my phone. SOC, there was like 3 global entry kiosks in Miami and 4 in Atlanta. But they didn't check my phone. They just waved me through. So either I got lucky, either I'm on a list that they say he's good, or maybe I was the first person he was seeing in the day. That was definitely not the case in Atlanta. No sé, pero gracias a Dios, Diosito, thank you, no me pasó nada. Does that mean that things are not happening to people that are coming from abroad? No. Just because I had a good experience, right? Just because I had a good experience does not mean that other people are not having bad experiences. I want to make that perfectly clear. Just because I had a good experience going through customs both times does not mean that the other people's experiences that are being much worse did not happen. I am not discounting their experiences. I do think we need to be ready. One time, on both occasions, I deleted some of the apps. On one occasion, I took out my SIM card. Nothing happened. So take the precautions that you feel are necessary. The reason why I didn't end up getting a smartphone, by the way, I know I encouraged that, and I said I was, but I just could not find a good smartphone that was at the price level I wanted and that would still be able to let me take my content. So that's why. So yeah. Every time I come and go from Portugal, I'll question at the airport, why can't America? Because it's the questioning, my friend. It's the questioning. I don't know if you're trying to troll or not, but I'll address it. It's the questioning. It's the level of questioning. It's the fact that they're asking, do you support Trump? It's the fact that they're targeting certain individuals, not white people. All right? It's the targeting. That's the problem. Okay? That's the problem. This is all targeted. ICE ain't deporting Irish people from Boston. You got that? ICE ain't deporting Irish people from Boston. Yes, ICE is going to be at all of the games of the FIFA Club World Cup and Gold Cup. Correct. All right? No, they did not ask me about whether I supported Trump or not. Like I said, my experience at Customs was pretty much as smooth as it could have been. But again, that does not mean that other people's experiences are not real, that they didn't happen, etc., etc. Okay? Just very fortunate that nothing happened to me. Trust me, I had that in the back of my mind. I had all the preparations ready for that. Yeah, hey, mira, Ana, I was really excited about the World Cup too. I mean, look, but look, how about this? I'm excited for Monterrey, yo. I'm excited for Monterrey. Ahí donde va a estar la fiesta, en Monterrey, mi gente. We gotta go to Monterrey. We gotta go support nuestros compadres allá en Nuevo León. Ciudad de México, Guadalajara, si me quieren invitar también para ir, para ver las preparaciones que tienen ustedes también, con gusto voy para allá. Man, everything on my desk is dropping right now. So yeah. Yeah. So, por favor, pero te digo, Monterrey, amazing time. Amazing time. Let me give you some other things here that I learned. Okay? So not only is Mexico going to be active in the 3 host cities, right? They're looking to do other activations all throughout Mexico. So it's not just going to be the 3 host cities, okay? So that's going to be really good. The 2 other fan festivals, right? For the Mexico matches, okay? Los que van a estar en Mexico. It is going to be in Mexico City, El Zócalo. Y en Guadalajara sí va a ser la Plaza de la Liberación. So that's where the fan festivals are. En Monterrey, Plaza Fundidora. Mexico City, El Zócalo. Guadalajara, la Plaza de la Liberación. Okay? So that's where we're going to be seeing the fan festivals in Mexico. Monterrey is a U.S. caliber city, easy. Houston, Chicago, though. I mean, Monterrey. I mean, I had no problems in Monterrey at all, man. You know? Did tickets go on sale for the first game in Mexico? No. So no tickets are on sale right now for any of the games except through hospitality. But even then, hospitality, I believe they're not selling for Mexico or Canada just yet. What I did receive information on from yesterday was that they are going to put individual hospitality tickets on sale somewhere around July 8th. Somewhere around July 8th. Okay? For hospitality. Okay? Single game tickets, we don't know when they're going to go on sale. All of that information about the World Cup is going to come after the Club World Cup. Okay? Any new info you got from Monterrey football about ticket prices, ticket release dates? No, everything's gonna be after Club World Cup. So nothing about Monterrey or the World Football Summit talked about tickets. Okay. But having said that, I can tell you in terms of tourism, the levels of tourism that Nuevo León and Monterrey want to achieve for this World Cup are insane. They're really, really gonna be doing a really good thing over there in Monterrey for sure. Like, folks, you know, I cannot be enough of an ambassador in an unofficial capacity for Monterrey, but damn, they're going to be doing some amazing things there in Monterrey, man. For sure. Okay? Like, I mean, I got mad love and mad respect for Monterrey for sure. ICE, unfortunately, is going to be at every single game of the FIFA Club World Cup and the Gold Cup, folks. Let's share that with the rest of the community, all right? And I understand it's going to take some time to process that, but that is the reality that we're in right now, okay? ICE is going to be at every game of the FIFA Club World Cup and the Gold Cup, all right? Yeah. Yep. Folks, that's what happens when we vote for people that literally said they were going to do mass deportations. That's what happens when you vote for someone that literally said they were going to do mass deportations. And some of y'all were like, nah. Y ahora que travel to a soccer game has become political. Not because of me. Not because of me. Because of your vote. For those of you that voted for this clown, for this shit show, that's on y'all. They really don't want our money. Again, it's putting it to the level so like Trump literally does not give a damn about any of these tournaments except does he get to show off a stupid trophy at the White House. Correct. He doesn't care if FIFA makes money. All he cared about was the legitimacy, the aggrandizement of the image of having that damn trophy at the White House. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about the money of it. White supremacy is here, folks. Start waking up. Start waking up. I told you this was going to happen. But hey. Yeah, Patriot Act 2.0. Yep. Every single day after January 6th. Yep. Do you think I'll have trouble getting back into the U.S.? Well, mira, I didn't have trouble coming back. But I can't say for guarantee that you won't have any trouble coming back. And I hate that I can't tell you for sure yes. You know? But yeah, they're really acting like they don't want our money. Thomas Triana, thank you for the live. Thank you for sharing the live. Again, folks, I encourage you to share the live on TikTok. And again, I encourage you to watch on YouTube as well. YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click on the like button. Make sure you comment with anything that you wish to comment about. And then click on the bell button for notifications of my other future lives. I just came back, so, just trying to get back into the group of things here. I really wonder what FIFA thinks seeing your lives and content. Oh, they've told me. They've told me stuff. Mostly about the tickets, though. But they've told me stuff. But hey, I mean, I'm operating under... I'm not doing anything illegal towards them. I'm not doing anything that's going to, perjudicar su mundial. If anything, I'm telling them to go to Monterrey. Okay, we have one amazing troll over here about, like, Trump cares about his word. No, he does not. We're going to block his ass out of here. So for FIFA 26, we're just registering for tickets. Nothing has happened. That is correct, Jessica. Nothing has happened just yet. Any and all information about tickets for the 2026 World Cup will come out after the conclusion of the Club World Cup. Okay, Infantino said it. What happened to Soccernomics, man? White supremacy, man, it's a hell of a drug. Racism is expensive. But clearly, this government does not give a damn. And they don't care about whether FIFA makes money or not in this tournament. Okay? Clearly. ¿Qué son estos packs? Okay, Vivi, muchas gracias por esa pregunta. So let's talk about the FIFA Collect Drop Packs just to give, the ICE conversation a little bit of a breather. And we'll come back to it. Unfortunately. Let's talk about the FIFA Collect Packs. I know I'm not giving any reviews about these FIFA Collect Packs. Pero Vivi, si no has visto mis videos previos sobre los FIFA Collect Packs, por favor, te aconsejo que vaya, mira esos videos primero para entender qué exactamente es el producto. Y ya después, ahí podemos hablar después, pues me puedes mandar mensaje ahí. Entonces, TikTok, thank you so much for all these follows. Thank you. And Malaski, Kevin, thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Bueno, so let's talk about the FIFA Collect Pack. So, there is a new FIFA Collect drop that happened, I think it was either today or yesterday. I'm trying to catch up here. It's the City Glory, and they have it for Vancouver, New York, Monterrey. Interesting. Boston, Toronto, Seattle, Kansas City, Atlanta, Miami, Bay Area, LA, Philly. A ver si tienen para las otras ciudades. Houston, Dallas, Guadalajara. Yeah, okay, so they do. There was a multi-stage glory bundle. I think I might have reviewed that already. That was like for $2,300. I'm pretty sure I reviewed that already. But let's take a look at these City Glory bundles, okay? And again, as you can see, the prices on each of these is different for each one, okay? And remember that the main thing about these packs is that they are packs to acquire right to buys. Again, right to buys, o lo que llaman en español, derecho de compra, RTV, en inglés. El asunto aquí es que usted compra este RTV, este derecho de compra, para boletas para el mundial. Entonces tienes que pagar esta cantidad para tener el derecho de comprar las boletas del mundial primero antes que todos. Y pues ahí tiene algo más contenido en el paquete. Entonces, si vemos el paquete de Guadalajara, all right, we take a look at the Guadalajara pack. You will get one city theme pack with one RTB for 2 tickets to a random group stage match in that city. Recuerda that Monterrey is only hosting group stage matches, 4 of them, okay? Group stage, all right? In addition, you will get an airdrop of 2 Category 1 tickets to a FIFA Club World Cup match. City and match assigned at random, which is really bad because what do you mean assign that random? They're probably going to give you the crappiest game out there, and then you're going to have to travel to that game, and then it's really dumb, right? In addition, holders will receive an airdrop for 1 free kick magic pack. The first drop that is not available for direct purchase. More info here. Okay, what is that? Free kick magic pack. 19 unforgettable moments. Oh, okay. So it's just some random like NFT type of thing. Okay, forget that. All right. TikTok. I am reviewing the FIFA Collect drop packs right now on YouTube. If you want to take a look at my screen on YouTube, go ahead and join me there instead. Okay. We'll come back to these other questions. Just keep asking them. In the meantime, please make sure you support my channel. Keep sharing the live, but also go ahead and jump on YouTube as well. So it's like a lottery. It doesn't guarantee a ticket, but the opportunity of buying tickets. Yes, you'll be given the opportunity to buy the tickets first, but you gotta pay for that opportunity to buy tickets first. Correct, Vivi. Football Mundo, thank you for the follow. Correct. So, and the reason why this Guadalajara pack is worth $1,149 is that Mexico will play in match 28 in Guadalajara. So you have a 1 in 4 chance to get this pack. Match 28. 1 in 4. Seems like the odds are somewhat okay. A little bit better than 1 in 4. But you're going to have to drop $1,150. Mira, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it, to be honest. Remember, I am partners with Absolute Sport. We do offer sports travel packages. Just saying, for that amount, that covers one payment. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at all the packs there, Eric. Okay, so we're going to take a look at all of these packs, okay? We're going to take a look at all these packs, all right? So that was Guadalajara. Let's take a quick look at Dallas. That's for $779. So Dallas, you're going to get an RTB, only one randomly selected. It could be from the group stage to the semi. So to be precise, to be precise, one RTB for 2 tickets in the group stage, and then only one RTB for 1 ticket in the knockout phase. All right, so that's for Dallas. Okay, and then you get the 2 Category 1 tickets for any Club World Cup match. Again, I think that is the crappy part. If they would just tell you, hey, you get the Club World Cup match closest to your city, that might be slightly better. Houston, for $329, you would get an RTB for 2 tickets in the group stage and 1 RTB for for the knockout round, which it looks like they only have a round of 32 match. And then you get, again, the 2 Category 1 tickets for the FIFA Club World Cup at random as well. Thomas Rihanna, thank you for the follow there as well. This sounds super greedy. You're not even guaranteed an opportunity to buy tickets. You're basically just gambling. Well, you're guaranteed the right to buy first, Dago. So you're guaranteed the right to buy first. Your travel packages don't include game tickets, right? No, they do. They do. They don't include the airfare, but they do include the tickets. Hotel, game day transit, email me or DM me for more information and let me know which team you want information for. Okay? So that's Houston for $329. I mean, this is a little bit better, I would say, for $329 because then the chances of you getting a group stage RTB is high. And yes, but again, we don't know what these Category 1 tickets are for the Club World Cup, so it's kind of like a wasted ticket there. But if you really are not going to travel for this World Cup and you're going to go to, you're just going to stay in Houston, then it might make slightly more sense for you. Okay? All right. Leo, DM me as well, so that way I can send you the information. All right, Philadelphia up next, $319. So you're going to get an RTB for 2 tickets to a random group stage game, not a knockout. And then you get 2 Category 1 tickets to a FIFA Club World Cup match. Again, if they would have put that for Philadelphia, you can go ahead and go to a game in New York or Philly, because Philly's hosting against the Club World Cup, then this might make a heck of a lot of sense. It might make a lot of sense. But again, remember, you might be buying the right to buy for a really crappy game or a really good game. So it is a lot like gambling. Would you recommend getting Houston? Again, if you're not traveling, then those costs, you could just put it towards an RTB and at least guarantee yourself that you're going to go to a game in Houston, because I'm assuming you live in Houston. That's the math and that's the calculations that you got to do. Okay? Jorge, clarify your question there, please, on TikTok as well. And again, folks, I'm reviewing the RTB packs from the FIFA Collect Drop on YouTube right now, so go ahead and join me on YouTube so now you can take a look and follow my screen there. We'll come back here on TikTok for more conversation about everything else that's going on. My trip to Colombia, my trip to Monterrey, and everything there, okay? So again, for $319, again, if you live in Philadelphia, that might make some sense there. LA for $449. You're going to get an RTB for 2 tickets if the match is in the group stage, and then one RTB for 1 ticket if it's in the knockout round. You will get 2 Category 1 tickets for FIFA Club World Cup match. Again, my same issue with them about not assigning the Club World Cup matches in that city. And then, of course, remember that M4, M59 will be played by the U.S. national team. That's the 2 group home stage games. And M73 could be played by Mexico or Canada, depending if they finish second in their group. That game could easily be Mexico versus Canada if both of those teams finish in second place in their group. So for $449, it might make some sense. I think it makes more sense if you're wanting to follow the U.S. and, again, not travel. It might make some sense if you're Mexico, but then you're basically hoping that Mexico doesn't finish first in their group and they would have Azteca instead. That's kind of weird to me. So, yeah. Dallas, I just did, Mars. I literally just did Dallas. What if I want to take my family to a World Cup match in Houston? If it's 4 of us, what do you recommend? Then I wouldn't do a bunch of RTVs. I don't know, man. You got to do your math on that one. But to me, it wouldn't really make sense to like do a bunch of RTVs for the family like that, man. You know? Yeah. I'm not so sure about that, you know? But you're going to have to do the math. And I'm assuming you're in Houston, right? So maybe the travel package wouldn't make sense for you. But, yeah, that's going to be a little bit more of a your call chief type of moment. All right, Miami, $339. Again, same thing. 1 RTB for 2 tickets if it's in the group stage. 1 RTB if it's in the knockout. Again, they should have given you tickets to a Miami game there for the Club World Cup. So, but again, they just want to fill up the worst games there. Atlanta for $279. That's actually quite very cheap. 1 RTB for 2 tickets in the group stage. 1 RTB if the knockout round. Only up to round of 32. Because I know Atlanta has a semifinal, but it's going to be only up to the round of 32. Again, if you're going to stay in Atlanta, and I wish they would give tickets for the Club World Cup in Atlanta, this would have made a lot of sense. It might still make a sense for some of you. Yeah, it might make some sense. I'm glad I'm Venezuelan. If we qualify, it's probably going to be cheap. It might not be cheap, Vivi. Might not be cheap. It really just does depend. Okay? Martin, if you want information about the Mexico travel packages, email me quickly because the prices on those are going up, unfortunately. Not that I'm trying to incentivize purchases, but that's what they told me. Email me quickly. Let me send you that information quickly so in that way, because they haven't sent me the new pricing, that way I can say, hey, you haven't sent me the new pricing. Can you honor this price? Martin, por favor, email me ASAP. Emails in my bio, correct. Okay, so Atlanta, for $279, again, if you're not really... Are these new FIFA packages? Ian, I'm reviewing the FIFA Collect drop packs right now on YouTube. Okay? FIFA Collect drop packs right now on YouTube. I'm reviewing them. I'm showing them here on my screen over here. Okay? It's part of my lives, right? Part of the Travel Football Fan Show. But yeah, again, Atlanta, $279. Again, if you're not looking to travel, if you're looking to go by yourself, or maybe you get one of these group stage games and you get an RTB for 2 games, that might not be such a bad investment there, okay? Because at least it's cheap. Kansas City, I'm surprised. $399. $399. Honestly, I would have thought Atlanta's would be more expensive than Kansas City. No, these are not for the Club World Cup. These are for the World Cup. But you do get Club World Cup tickets assigned at random, which is the problem. Seattle for $319. Now, again, important to know for Seattle is that match 32 will be played by the US M&T. So one of these RTBs could be for that game, right? You get an RTB for 2 tickets of the group stage. Cool. So that is possible there, okay? And again, wish they would have just given you tickets to a Club World Cup match there in Seattle. Toronto for $399. I'm actually kind of surprised at that pricing. Same thing. Again, M3 is the opener for Canada. So that's probably why it's a little bit more expensive, okay, of these packs. But that is the opener for Canada. If you want to try your luck at that one, then so be it. Boston for $279. Again, same strategy as with Atlanta. If you're only going to stay in Boston for the World Cup, you're not going to really be traveling. I mean, you kind of have to make some travel all the way up to Gillette Stadium. then this might be a pack for you. Only up to the round of 32. You do not get the quarterfinal, but look how they entice you. Match 74 could be played by Mexico depending on their path. And I believe that path is if they finish second. If they finish second in their group and they win their games following, then Mexico could be playing in Boston. Okay? Monterrey. Again, mi gente, I got to upload the rest of my Monterrey content. YouTube, you're going to get a video. You're going to get a video about my stadium tour, which was, granted, under construction. Probably not the best quality video that I was able to get, but I'm going to put up a video sometime by next week on my Monterrey stadium visit. So please be on the lookout for that. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to be in the know. If you want to see that content about the Monterrey stadium visit to Estadio BBVA of Monterrey. These aren't too bad, but dang, they know how to play the game. Of course, Mars, they know how to play the game. They got into this NFT game, and they pretty much are learning to play the game. How far do you think the Saudi team will go in the World Cup for club? Not probably that far, with all due respect. With all due respect. I think they're in Pachuca. I don't know. It's going to depend if they beat Pachuca. I think that Al Hilal Pachuca game determines second place. All right, so for Monterrey, it is $519. Okay? You can get one RTB for 2 games in the group stage or one RTB for the knockout game. And then you get the Club World Cup things. Thank you. No worries, man. No worries. Thank you, Soyana, for all of the gifts and badges there. Thank you. Keep liking the live. Keep sharing the live. I see 6 shares. Perfect. Thank you. All right? Oh man, this sucks that they know that people want to go to Mexico. They know they want to go to these other places. So that's why they're increasing the prices on these RTBs for Canada and for Mexico, which is really annoying. It's really annoying. Do we know what tier these RTBs will be? Probably category 3, probably. We don't know the tiers. Do you think it's likely that Mexico will play in Houston? No. If they win their group, it depends if they win their group, folks. I did create a video about that, so go check it out as well on YouTube. But if Mexico wins their group, they're not playing in Houston. They're going round of 32 Mexico City, round of 16 Mexico City, quarterfinals Miami, semifinals Atlanta. If they make that run. All right. I haven't heard about any other merch about at the Club World Cup. I mean, I wouldn't be expecting it, to be completely honest. All right. 2 more packs to review here in New York, New Jersey for $339. Again, same situation. 1 RTB for the group stage, 1 RTB for the knockout round, up to the round of 32. 2 Category 1 tickets for the FIFA Club World Cup, but unfortunately assigned at random. New York is hosting a shit ton of games there. So is Philadelphia. Why not just give those tickets there? And then finally, Vancouver for $439. Again, the thing is, M27 and M51 will be played by Canada, and M85 could also be played by Canada if they finish first place in their group. So if you're a Canadian and want to have one of those Canada games, this Vancouver pack might make some sense for you. Again, it is going to be very expensive to follow Team Canada. So yeah. TED Talk, as I said, this is for the FIFA Collect Drop Packs. Okay? collect.fifa.com/drops. I just did the whole review here on YouTube Live. Preguntas. Now we're going to go ahead. Full-on questions. If Colombia doesn't qualify for the World Cup, will you be disappointed? Of course I will be, but it's not going to happen. They're going to make it. It would have to take Colombia to lose both of their games, and for Venezuela and Bolivia to win both of their games. Venezuela in the next match they plays in Buenos Aires against Argentina, so they have to go to Argentina. Bolivia has to go to Colombia. So let's say Colombia loses to Bolivia and Venezuela somehow beats Argentina. Then Venezuela will have 21, Bolivia 20, Colombia 22. All Colombia would have to do is draw against Venezuela directly. And also, Bolivia winning would get them up to 23, and Venezuela winning, yes, that's the only way. Colombia would have to lose both games, Bolivia would have to win both games, Venezuela has to win both games. The chances of that happening, I'm not saying it's 0, but it's low. And remember, Bolivia's last game is at home versus Brazil. Not saying they can't beat Brazil up in the air, but just saying. It's automatic bids, right. The 7th is the playoff. Will the political climate ruin the World Cup? Yes, in the United States. Go to Mexico. Go to Monterrey, fam. Go to Monterrey, bro. Monterrey is where it's at, fam. Prediction for the game tomorrow. Ice will ruin the fucking Club World Cup. That's my prediction. Ice will ruin the Club World Cup. Don't give a damn about these games. I probably should sign out on that note, right? But I need the watch hours, so we need to keep going. I need the watch hours, so I need to keep going. But that would have been the perfect mic drop. That's the prediction. Ice has ruined this Club World Cup, bro. And if them goons, if them white nationalist goons don't chill the F out, they're going to ruin the World Cup. Is saving it up for Net Server's World Cup and skipping the Club World Cup better for me? Yes. Screw this Club World Cup. Seriously. I'm not. Do I want to get checked by ICE? I'm probably going to stand outside one of the Audi field to see if ICE is checking papers. But screw them, bro. Screw them. What's the chances of ICE arresting the players? High. That's why I hope none of these players are walking off by themselves. Because I can see that happening. Do you think FIFA will make Iran play in Mexico? Eduardo, that's a big question right there. You see what's going on right now in Iran? I was going to want them autographs. Yeah, not for the right reasons. La Picha Miga is going to be at the Gold Cup too, fam. No way, the players. Yeah. I'll send you a video from Atlanta. Folks, send me video. Okay? I'm not going to rat you out. I'll keep you anonymous. I promise y'all. All right? But yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, so far, hey, ICE is going to be at all these games, fam. They're going to be at the Gold Cup. They're going to be at the Club World Cup, bro. They're going to be everywhere, bro. These bums are going to be everywhere. I'm telling you. They're going to be everywhere. All right? These bums have nothing better to do. They probably had some Latina reject them. And they have some self-hating mofos right there. Vende patrias, bro. Can't stand these people, bro. Especially the Latino ICE agents, bro. Like, I can't stand y'all. Vende patrias, bro. These games might be traps, bro. Just like how it was going on with the Brigada de Oro in Nashville. They might not do the arrests at the stadium, but they might set up DUI checkpoints outside. They might do DUI checkpoints outside the stadiums. Hey, man, I don't know who it is, but look, man, these, like, yo, you telling me Steven Miller didn't get rejected by a Latina? Why do you think he hating us like that, man? That's some generational hate. In some ways, I gotta respect it, because he kept up that generational hate, man. But jeez, bro. I'll be there at the Rose Bowl. I ain't scared. Dollar, bro. Don't be scared. I'm not saying that I'm scared. I don't want to be dealing with these goons, you know? But if you're gonna be there, bro, take pictures, take content. Yo, all them goons got rejected, bro. It's as simple as that, man. Hey, ladies, I hope I'm not speaking out of line or out of order. But I'm just saying, man, like, these goons, these goons definitely got, they definitely got rejected. Or, you know, they maybe ordered the taco wrong and then we all laughed at them. Or they ordered the Cuban sandwich wrong. I don't know what happened, but they are on a generational hate streak right now, man. Woo! Damn. Está tremenda la vaina. Oh, man, I'm even choking on my over here on all that generational hate, man. Woo! Seriously. We don't deserve any host sports tournaments. I mean, look, fam, I hear you. Obviamente, I hope y'all understand why I want these tournaments to happen, because, you know, I need to make money off of this, man. I got bills to pay and everything. No? Pero es verdad. No, está tremenda la vaina. Exactly, Brian. Está tremenda la vaina aquí en este país. No me joda la vida. ¿Cómo así? Did you see the Telemundo cruise stop? Yeah, Anthony, I did talk about it. The mayor of Miami-Dade County got stopped and asked for papers. But let me come back to this Iran question. All right, let me come back to this Iran question. Okay? So, Iran can only be placed in Group A, the third position, to have all of its group stage games in Iran. I mean, in Iran. In Mexico. Pero el problema is that what if Iran finishes second in the group or first place in the group? Bueno, if it finishes first place in the group, it stays in Mexico City. Then they play the knockout match in Azteca, if you can believe that. But if they finish second, papi, They going to LA. Iran in LA, which I'm sure the Iranian community in LA will be it's stoked about it to some extent, I'm assuming. Pero they're gonna go into the United States eventually. There's no only Mexico group. There's no only Canada group. So Iran, the negotiations fell. Que estos otros malditos started bombing them. No sé qué vaina está pasando allá. Pero hermano, eso se va a poner un pleito tremendo allá. And who knows how and where Iran is going to be placed. Will the U.S. get their stuff together? Hell no! Are you not seeing the government right now? This weekend, mañana, vamos a tener este maldito teniendo un parade ahí. Va a tener parada ahí. Y todos los goose-stepping idiotas right there. In D.C. They're going to damage all the roads, bro, with all them tanks going around. I would not be surprised. You know what? I'm going to make a hot prediction right now. Friday, reckless speculation prediction. All them tanks is pa golpe de Estado. I'm calling it, bro. Like, you can't be putting all them tanks in Washington, D.C. and not tell me que eso es un golpe de Estado. That's a coup waiting to happen right there, fam. We've seen the same story in Latin America, bro. All you have to do is open a history book. It's the same effing story. Unos cuantos tanques in the street right there in the capital of the city. No, papi. Eso voltea los pum 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 y ya. Y se quedó todo el pleito ahí. Ahí se quedó todo el puta pleito right there. So, what's up? 60 million to fix the roads. Fam, we could be feeding kids at schools with $60 million. Instead, we gotta parade the damn tanks over here. So that the man feels así. Para que tenga su momento. No, vaina, bro. No, vaina. Aren't the players that they trust just came back from international games now determined they had almost no break with how to? Yeah. We can talk about that. And on his birthday, hey. Tell me this ain't a dictatorship without telling me it's a dictatorship. Tell me! Like, come on! That's why FIFA's cool with the U.S., by the way. That's why. Russia, Qatar, Saudi coming up. Woo! They in the right company. Hypothetical question here, but can Israel and Iran be in the same group? Yes, they can be in the same group because Israel is under UEFA. For what it's worth. And Iran is in the Asian. So yes, theoretically that could happen, but Israel's not doing a good job right now in their qualifiers. If I'm not mistaken, they're not going to make it in the qualifiers. That's not going to happen. Okay? That's not going to happen. Praying for thunderstorms to rain on that parade. Apparently, yes, it will rain. So that is the only good thing that's going to happen tomorrow. Is that it's going to rain and it's going to ruin the parade. Oh, man. So yeah. It's crazy, fam. But listen. You know, I'm trying to bring some laughs here because it is a totally effed up situation. I'm not going to be going to the game on Saturday in Miami. I'm in D.C. right now. That's where I live, so I'm not going to the game on Saturday. So, yeah. I should have just got to the Qatar World Cup and said, hey, man, Qatar was fun. I know they had their issues, too. I'm not saying they don't, and if that makes me a hypocrite, so be it, right? I know they had their issues. But being a volunteer tomorrow for the Club World Cup can tell you a lot of things from the inside. Chris, feel free. This live will, go away. Feel free. Tell me what you want to tell me. Anonymous, I'll keep you anonymous. No problem. What do you think about the Mexico coach being a coward and that's about LA? Yeah, not a good look for you, Aguirre. Not a good look, bro. You got your players saying, yo, solidarity with the Mexican American community in LA. Bro, you couldn't say shit about your compadres? Damn, bro. Not a good look. Anything about World Cup tickets will happen after the Club World Cup, folks. Anything after the World Cup, all right, at Club World Cup, about tickets, will be stated then. Okay, so anything for the World Cup next summer, tickets wise, will be said after the Club World Cup. Cool. All right. Who do I think is gonna win? All right, let's talk some soccer to it. I think Bayern wins. If there is a surprise team, Al Ahly is going to surprise. Inter Miami will flop. Seattle will make it. What? Hey, look at this. YouTube live stream. Did you just see this? They just updated the page with this pack about Monterrey. That looks kind of nice, though. That jersey does look pretty nice, though. I'm not going to lie. That jersey does look pretty nice. It has nothing to do with the World Cup. It's just one of those art, you know. Oh, actually, it does kind of have something to do with the Club World Cup. There you go. If you want to go, you might get tickets to River Plate versus Monterrey to Rayados. Okay, cool shirt though. Wasn't he the same manager that said Mexicans should attend the games when they weren't selling? He might have been the same manager, which is really messed up that Aguirre is not coming out supporting the Mexican American community in LA, and then he's telling them, yo, but you need to go buy tickets to support El Tri. You know, like, hey, that's not a good look, man. Misha, tomorrow starts FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup. Let's see how ICE, FBI, DHS act. Yeah, I don't got too high of hopes with them, man. Let's just be completely honest about it. I have absolutely no hopes for those goons and how they're going to act tomorrow. No hope. No hope whatsoever. I'm trying to sell my tickets. Bro, no one wants to go to the games, man. You're just going to have to eat the loss. No one wants to go to these games. That's just the reality of it. All right, let's do 5 more minutes, man. Let's do 5 more minutes. I got some other stuff to do. Travel Football Fan Show here, brought to you by me. No, just kidding. Again, folks, I did go to Monterrey. I really do think that you should consider going to Monterrey for the 2026 World Cup. They got their act together. They got everything planned. They got a lot going for them as well. Again, make sure you're supporting my content. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Click the like, comment on the live stream afterwards. Tell me if you liked it or not. Click on the bell button. Again, all this is going to help the algorithm. We're about to hit the 4,000 watch hours, and then from that moment onward, all my YouTube videos will be monetized. So that is fantastic. Okay, a fantastic achievement to say the least. Diego, thank you so much for the follow right there. I'm not going to any Miami games. I'm not in Miami, folks. I live in DC. All right. Again, on TikTok, same thing. Make sure you follow me across all the socials, so even YouTube here as well. Make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter. On my website, make sure you follow me across all the other socials. But yeah, you know that just we're gonna hit another new level, new heights. I'm gonna produce new content. You can find me on YouTube, same name, Travel Football Fan. Travel Football Fan. I have a bunch of other videos there, and then go from there. Ton of miscommunication. Uniform and badge pickup at different places, 40 minutes away. Wow. Well, keep me posted, Chris. You got my DMs. Keep me posted on everything that's going on over there as well. Look, man, I think there's something to be said about how the American host cities didn't host public events for their kickoff for the 2026 World Cup, whereas Monterrey definitely had a party. I think there is something to be said about that. I'm not saying that FIFA is going to take games out from the U.S. or remove the U.S. completely. I don't see that happening, to be completely honest. But if they do remove some games from the U.S., Mexico's ready. I'm sure Canada will be ready too. So maybe, just maybe, Infantino might realize that his money, that his bag is quickly dwindling because of ICE. And so it's up to him whether he wants to, make the bag or just have a whole bunch of ice in his glass for next year. So, tell me, Infantino. I know you watching. I know someone's watching. All you gotta do is just look at all the comments of my content. They saying boycott. I'm not, because I'm still want to make money off of this World Cup too. But you probably should listen to the people. Because at least right now for tomorrow, I'm telling all my followers, unless you really want to go to that game, you probably shouldn't, because I don't want y'all to be harassed by ICE. It's as simple as that. What are my thoughts at the end of all this? Infantino, you want your bag? You better speak out against ICE. You want your bag? Speak out against ICE. And that means you got to put your boy Trompito in his place. And if you don't, you're going to see everybody here in the U.S., the very communities that would support the World Cup effort here in the U.S., you're going to see them saying bye-bye to you, and then your bag is going to be gone, my friend. I'm not threatening it. I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Our communities are the ones under attack by ICE. And I'm sure that all of these host cities, are depending on us, Latinos, African Americans, Asian Americans, all of us minorities that follow this game and love this game, to be the ambiente, to be the vibes. But what happens when ICE knocks us all out? Where's the vibes going to be coming from? Infantino, you want your bag? Talk out, speak out against ICE. That's the only way this is going to get fixed. Only way. All right, mi gente. We are the vibes. A mí no me van a decir nadie que este país corre sin los latinos. No me jodan la vida. Without us, este país cae. It's as simple as that. Vamos con ánimo, con paciencia, with wariness. If you're going to go to these games, please be careful. Carry the documentation. I know the feeling. But carry the documentation. I'd rather you be safe. If you're not going to go to these games, dale. No vaya a los partidos, hermano. Okay? Why do I feel like I'm about to enter the pitch with me and Coach? Bro, because starting tomorrow, this is going to be the ride of our times, guys. This is going to be the most consequential moment in a lot of our lives. As fans, as people involved in the game in one shape or form. But this is going to be one of the most consequential years of our lives. The next 63 days to go. It's going to be the most consequential ever. Pa'lante mi gente, pa'lante mi pueblo. Vamos raza.